Hello, folks, and welcome back to Chris Wyatt Reports. This past week in South Africa, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa told local store owners to register their businesses within 21 days. Well, we're not talking about local stores. That's what the press in South Africa call it. We're talking about informal businesses known as spazas. Also, we have these things called tuck shops in South Africa and Southern Africa, but spazas is the topic of the day. Now, this comes on the heels of the African National Congress neglect and corruption that have allowed illicit businesses to flourish in a vacuum of governance during the past 3 decades. Recent food poisoning and fatalities linking those poisonings to certain spaza shops has resulted in an, as per the norm, tardy and over-the-top response from the African National Congress government. Action SA, one of the political parties in South Africa, Action SA's most powerful politician outside of parliament, that would be City of Tshwane Mayor Dr. Nasiphi Moya, the woman who betrayed her boss, Cilliers Brink, in a palace coup orchestrated by the true rulers of Tshwane, the ANC, has started off her tenure leading the metro poorly. In a post on X, Moya said, "One by one, Tshwane will be announcing the registration process for the spaza shop in the next few days. Here in Tshwane, spazas are strictly for locals." Strictly for locals, hey? Or her post included images of SAPs, South African Police Service officers, confiscating goods from ostensibly illegal spaza shops. And gee, I wonder where all that cremora and all those other things wind up. Meanwhile, we have already been getting anecdotal reports of fake business registration papers easily available for just 3,000 Rand for spaza shop owners in Northwest Province and in Gauteng. Now, the mayor's post garnered a lot of attention as national concerns about the involvement of foreign people in the informal economy arise, but many of her comments on social media were in support of her. The Independent Online claims that Moya has continuously supported laws to give South Africans superior access to economic possibilities. And that's a problem, folks, giving superior access. I know people are going to say, wait, but Trump believes in America first. Yes, but not to the exclusion of foreign participation in our economy. Action SA and Herman Mashaba's unashamed xenophobia is on full display here once more. The inability of a PhD holder to differentiate between lawful foreigners residing in and contributing to South Africa's economy with criminal alien invaders is shocking. It's also wrong-headed. Good luck finding investors with that attitude, Action SA. Not only do interested parties have to provide their own security, electricity, repair infrastructure, deal with abysmal productivity rates, pervasive crime, including a rash of kidnappings rivaling those in Latin America, and getting shaken down for BEE equity deals, but now they also have to deal with the hostility of these politicians. Well, Action SA, Tshwane, South Africa, say goodbye to FDI. This is a wrong-headed approach to the situation. If the government had not tolerated these spaza shops for 3 decades because it suited their needs while they're busy pilfering the state coffers and dismantling or simply allowing to decay the infrastructure responsible for overseeing food production, food distribution, and the quality of the services and the organizations provide that, then perhaps we would never have reached this stage. But of course, we have reached this stage. And it's shameful misconduct by the ANC. And of course, as always, like with gender-based violence, and everything else, COVID, they respond after the fact and in over-the-top fashion that's inappropriate. Instead of dealing with this issue appropriately, Cyril Ramaphosa has issued a dictate that informal businesses have 21 days to get a license. South Africa can't issue driver's license. People wait a decade for a driver's license because a country of 63 million people has a single machine to produce driver's license for 63 million people. And that machine comes from Germany. And you think that tens of thousands of informal businesses that sit on corners are going to be able to get these businesses registered in 21 days? This is a recipe for massive, pervasive corruption and harassment of illegal shops. What's going to happen here is that police and officials will shake these people down for money because they're not registered, or people turn to the criminal sector to get an illicit certificate. Whatever the case is, once again, the ANC has no idea how to govern. They just know how to abuse and steal. Shame, shame, shame. And Tshwane's new mayor, who participated in a palace coup to overthrow her boss, is not only disloyal, but for someone holding a doctorate, she appears to be not very bright. What say you? Cheers, South Africa.